Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Labor Day. We got 11 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Little bit of a lighter slate today, starting with the Chicago White Sox versus the Kansas City Royals. Royals opening up as home favorites at minus 160. The White Sox plus 130 with the over-under at 9.5. White Sox coming into this matchup 53-84. The Royals 42-96. Pitching for the White Sox is Jesse Schultens with an ERA of 3.97. Pitching for the Royals is Cole Ragans with an ERA of 3.41. Schultens, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 1 strikeout. Ragans, his last start, he pitched 7 innings. Coming off back-to-back his 0-run games here. He's had some good starts on the mound. White Sox, coming off a 3-game Detroit sweep there. Royals, 2-8 in their last 10. Just an ugly matchup to bet on. Two very underachieving teams here. I think Ragans has been good on the mound, but I don't know if I could trust the Royals here. Giving up some pretty big favorite too, which is kind of crazy. I'll take a shot with the White Sox plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at minus 140. The Giants plus 120 with the over-under at 9. Giants coming into this matchup 70-67. The Cubs 73-64. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.64. Pitching for the Cubs is Justin Steele with an ERA of 3.06. Webb, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Steele, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. The Giants, coming off 3 straight Padres losses. Cubs coming off a big Cincinnati win. Giants have been good against the Cubs here. Steele, been solid on the mound all season long. Been really good coming off a 0-run game. Only giving up about 2 runs a game as of late. I like the Cubs at home here. Giants 1-4 on their last 5. They've been struggling this last week. I like Justin Steele, and I like Cubs at home in this one. Next matchup, we've got the Houston Astros versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at minus 110. The Astros plus 100 with the over-under at 9.5. Astros coming into this matchup 77-61. The Rangers 76-60. Pitching for the Astros is JP France with an ERA of 3.49. Pitching for the Rangers is Andrew Heaney with an ERA of 4.16. France, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Heaney, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Houston, coming off 3 straight Yankees losses. It was a tough Yankee series for them. Rangers coming off a Minnesota win. Houston 7-1 on the road against the Rangers. So they've been very good against the Rangers here. Pretty even pitching matchup, I'd say. Both pitchers giving up about 2-3 runs here. And I think Houston's a good underdog here. And I'll take Astros plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Oakland Athletics. Toronto opening up as road favorites at minus 180. Oakland plus 140 with the over-under at 8.5. Toronto coming into this matchup 75-62. Oakland 42-95. Pitching for Toronto is Jose Barrios with an ERA of 3.70. Pitching for Oakland is Ken Waldichuk with an ERA of 5.92. Berrios, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Waldichuk, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Toronto, coming off a Colorado win. Oakland, coming off on a 3-game winning streak, coming off 3 straight wins against the Angels here. I mean, they look pretty dominant in that series. I hope you've been taking Oakland as an underdog, especially in that LA series. That was just kind of free money the way LA's been playing. And, Berrios coming off 2 5-run games. Rough 2-game stretch for Berrios here. But, Oakland up against Toronto, a much different team than LA here. I think Toronto gets it done on the road, and I'm going to take the Blue Jays in this one. Next matchup, we've got the Colorado Rockies versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at -260. Colorado +190 with the over-under at 8.5. Rockies coming into this matchup 50-86. Arizona 70-67. Pitching for the Rockies is Peter Lambert with an ERA of 4.95. Pitching for Arizona is Merrill Kelly with an ERA of 3.44. Lambert, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Kelly, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 1 strikeout. Colorado, 2-8 in their last 10. They haven't really played well. And Arizona, 1-5 in their last 6. They've had a rough week. Colorado is just 1-6 against Arizona, 0-5 on the road against Arizona, so they've not been able to win on the road here. I like Arizona in this matchup here. I think it'll be a bounce back series for them against the Rockies, who struggle on the road, and I'll take Arizona at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Cincinnati Reds. Seattle opening up as road favorites at -170. The Reds +135 with the over-under at 10.5. Pitching for Seattle is Brian Wu with an ERA of 4.15. Pitching for the Reds, it's looking like it's TJ Anton with an ERA of 0. Looks like he's making his first start here for the Reds. Wu, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Seattle coming off a Mets loss yesterday. Reds coming off a Cubs loss. Seattle 8-1 on the road against the Reds here. 6-1 straight up against the Reds. So they've been pretty dominant against the Reds here lately. I like Wu on the mound. Wu's been actually pretty good on a 3-game stretch. He's only given up 3 runs here, and I think I'm going to take the Mariners on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Boston Red Sox versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at -135. Boston +120 with the over-under at 8.5. Boston coming into this matchup 71-66. The Rays 83-54. Pitching for Boston is Brayan Bello with an ERA of 3.57. Pitching for the Rays is Aaron Savale with an ERA of 2.64. Bello, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Savale, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Boston on a 2-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against the Royals. Tampa Bay coming off a Cleveland win. Boston 0-10 on the road against Tampa Bay. 1-7 against Tampa. They have not been able to beat Tampa, especially on the road here. Pretty even pitching matchup. And the fact that Boston has not been able to win on the road in Tampa in a long time, kind of crazy. So I think I'm going to take the Rays at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Cleveland Guardians. Twins opening up as road favorites at -140. The Guardians +120 with the over-under at 8. Twins coming into this matchup 71-66. The Guardians 66-71. Pitching for the Twins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA of 3.72. Pitching for the Guardians is Lucas Giolito with an ERA of 4.45. Lopez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Giolito, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Minnesota coming off a Rangers loss yesterday. Cleveland coming off a Tampa Bay loss. Surprisingly, Minnesota 2-8 on the road against Cleveland. Just been bad on the road against Cleveland here. Both pitchers giving up some runs. I don't know, not in love with this matchup, to be honest here, especially with the way Minnesota hasn't been able to win in Cleveland or beat them head-to-head, just 1-4 against Cleveland. I think I'm going to take a shot with Cleveland plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Brewers opening up as road favorites at minus 180. The Pirates plus 140 with the over-under at 8.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 76-60. The Pirates 63-74. Pitching for the Brewers is Corbin Burns with an ERA of 3.55. Pitching for the Pirates is Luis Ortiz with an ERA of 5.08. Burns, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Ortiz, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. He's had a rough 3-game stretch here. He's given up 15 runs in his last 3 starts. Brewers coming off a Phillies loss. Pirates coming off a St. Louis loss here. Milwaukee is 8-3 against Pitt, so they've been good head-to-head. And with Ortiz on the mound, I just don't love the Pirates here, and I'm going to take the Brewers on the road. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at minus 115. The Phillies plus 105 with the over-under at 9. Phillies coming into this matchup 75-61. The Padres 65-73. Pitching for the Phillies is Taijuan Walker with an ERA of 4.11. Pitching for the Padres is Rich Hill with an ERA of 5.32. Walker, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Hill, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. The Phillies, coming off a Brewers win. Padres on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a nice Giant series. Phillies are 6-1 against the Padres here, 8-3 on the road against the Padres. So they've been very good against the Padres. Both pitchers giving up about 3 runs a game here, and I think I'm gonna take the Phillies plus 1.5 on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Los Angeles Angels. Orioles opening up as road favorites at minus 170. The Angels plus 130 with the over-under at 9. Baltimore coming into this matchup 85-51. The Angels 64-73. Pitching for the Orioles is Grayson Rodriguez with an ERA of 5.03. Pitching for the Angels is Kenny Rosenberg with an ERA of 6.43. Rodriguez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Rosenberg, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 1 strikeout. Baltimore coming up back-to-back Arizona wins. LA coming off a 3-game sweep against Oakland. They just looked horrible in that series. I really just don't trust the Angels moving forward here with what they've done. And I'm gonna take Baltimore on the road. That's gonna be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Monday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a good one.